What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode. So today is a special episode on the channel because I got my hands on an AUTOFLEX. For all of us gear nerds out there, there is this mysterious pink golf shaft that retails at an absurd amount of money that has piqued all of our curiosity since TXG did a video of it in the fall of last year. And I'd be lying to you if I didn't see that video, as well as, try and do some research on the shaft and wasn't just completely enthralled by what is this piece of tech, and what does this mean for golf and our games, and does it do what it says it does? And between their review and then you'd have conflicting reviews like what Shiels put out on his channel, it was a bit confusing because on one hand it's like the holy grail of shafts, and then on the other hand you're seeing reviews saying it does absolutely nothing, and I've seen other reviews where people are saying it just spins way too much and it's just overblown. So I decided, I want to try this for myself because I want to see if it actually does what it's supposed to do. And with my 2021 golf goals, having an extra competitive edge is important. And if something like this can provide an extra competitive edge for us, well then it's worth investigating. Thankfully, I was able to check them out at this place called Titan Golf Shop here in Surrey, BC. Guys, check them out. They were awesome guys, took care of me, and they had a bunch of stock of AUTOFLEX. So if you want to test one and you're in British Columbia, Lower Mainland, check them out. Super great dudes. So anyway, I went there last Friday to test the AUTOFLEX, and wow, was I surprised. First thing I did was just set up and hit 10 shots with my driver, which is the Maverick Sub-Zero, 9-degree head, turned down to 8. I have it with a Tensei Blue 65-gram stiff shaft. So nothing too crazy there. I have it on the low spin setting. The weights, the 14-gram weight is forward, so it's a pretty low spinner because I basically try and swing as hard as I can at this to see how far it flies. So I hit 10 shots with this, and then proceeded to hit 10 shots with the AUTOFLEX. Now, first impressions of the AUTOFLEX is, guys, it's an interesting feeling. It's exactly the surprise you see in some of the reviews. It is so whippy. It's deceivingly whippy. It's whippy to the point where you feel it in the grip, in the handle. You can feel the flex of the shaft there. The whole shaft flexes. So immediately it's a bit off-putting, but it doesn't take that long to get used to. I was hitting it great immediately. And this is with little tweaks to any swing weights, anything like that, which I'll get into later. After 10 shots each, I gained 5 miles per hour of ball speed. I was swinging it effortlessly at 128, 129 miles per hour versus about 122 to 124 with my stock driver. And I gained almost 20 yards of carry distance, and I gained 10 yards of total distance. Obviously, there's a big difference in spin, as you'll see here from the Foresight data. I have the Maverick on its lowest spin setting. The reason being is that if I'm going to try and hit this as far as possible, what's the setup that's going to do it for both? And this was it. So immediately off the bat, huge distance gains. Now, in terms of dispersion, honestly, I am a very poor example of dispersion when it comes to testing on a GC quad inside a simulator. I hate that environment for hitting balls. For some reason, I can never align myself to a target. It doesn't work for me. So the dispersion, honestly, I didn't see anything crazy other than when we did a test run on a couple of the holes on the GC quad, I was putting more balls in play. Because the thing I noticed with the misses with the AUTOFLEX is that even when you don't perfectly hit it, you don't get that dead spin knuckleball that I would get with the Sub-Zero. And it just wouldn't fly out of control. The ball flight just seemed a little more stable, and as a result, I was still carrying it 300 yards at 3,000 RPMs of spin. So safe to say, initial impressions, very impressed. So I brought the shaft with me back to Cultus to test it in my own environment where I'm comfortable, and just hit it on this range where I know what it feels like, what the data's like, and get a sense for how the shaft performs. And guys, I was hitting bombs. I was hitting absolute rocket launchers. It was just, I can basically whip the shaft and hit just great drives. It was just hitting great drives. That's it. Nothing other than what I'd hoped for. And like I saw in the GC quad fitting, I just wasn't getting absolutely wrecked on any mishits. If I hit it slightly off the toe or if I hit it slightly off the heel, it wasn't spinning out of control. And I was able to just kind of keep it in the window I like to see and could just send it. So I'm already feeling really good about this, but I wanted to just give a kind of another test to see how it would apply to another golfer that was looking to gain some speed. So as you guys might have seen on the channel before, my putting coach, Chris, he's got a great swing. He's a great golfer, just doesn't have a ton of speed. He kind of tops out at around 107 miles per hour. So he's got the same driver as me, but with a Tour AD shaft. And we did a little test. And so here's some clips from that test. All right, we're gonna get the first reaction on camera. Here we go, grab it. How does that feel?
100% feels like a senior flex. Like 100%. Yeah, definitely senior flex for sure. That's what it feels like.
Right?
100%. 100%.
All right, take a couple cracks at it. Let's see what you got. What's that one?
113. 113.
113. Now, did it feel like you've never hit 113 with your Tour AD?
No, never.
Never with your Tour. I've never seen you hit 113 with the Tour AD.
No.
No.
Such a weird feeling, but clearly it works.
Yeah.
Right? Got a kick from the inside. 115.
Wow. That was good. 115 again. 115 again. Let's go. Oh, that sounded good. That's another 115. Yeah, another 115. So dude, what was it? So your starting speed was 107.
107, 108, 109, capped at 109. 6 miles per hour faster. 116.
116.
There it is.
There it is. That was pretty eye-opening for me because this model, I have the 505X. So technically for Chris's swing speed, he should actually be using the 505, not the 505X. But to see that much of a jump with this shaft, I'd be really curious to see what would happen if he actually used the correct model for his speed. So I thought, okay, let's do one more test. Let's take it to the course. Let's play 18 holes. We're gonna hit AutoFlex on every single hole except the par threes. And let's see what we shoot. Guys, I shot 5 under yesterday with this thing in the pouring rain. I shot 5 under and I made some crazy putts. But the course vlog is coming tomorrow. You will see. I could just this thing puts the ball in play. I wasn't hitting crazy bombs yesterday. I didn't even hit it crazy far. But I was putting it all in play. And I went deep as a result. So here's the setup I'm playing with right now. So I have the Maverick Sub-Zero head, 14 gram weight at the front, 9 gram weight at the back. And like, guys, look how cool this shaft looks. Like at address, it looks awesome. It actually brings a ton of confidence looking down at it. It just looks great. As you can see, like the flex, like it bends quite a bit. And what I find the most interesting is like how it feels in the handle. Kind of what I said when my first initial impressions on the quad. And whenever I give it to somebody to try, they're just shocked at like, it's like a fishing rod. It's like the best way I can explain it. Like when you're casting a fishing rod out there and just like, it feels a little whippy. But now having it, you know, so I got it Friday and today is Monday. So I've basically been hitting this nonstop since Friday. You don't even notice it anymore. Like it basically doesn't feel weird. At the beginning, you're a little thrown off and it makes your other clubs feel a little weird because it makes anything that isn't this feel like a 2x4. Like it's so stiff. Like the Tensei Blue is not that stiff of a shaft, but as soon as you compare it to this, it feels like it's a Ventus Black 7X. Like it's just all of a sudden just feels like a board. So that takes a bit of an adjustment, but when I was playing my round yesterday, like when you go to swing, you don't care. And another thing I've noticed, because it's just like it's lighter, it doesn't feel as like as stiff. The toll on your body is different. So one of the issues I ran into with having a Tensei Orange in my Sim Max driver that I used to have was that as you get tired later on in the round, you know, hole 16, 17, 18, trying to like swing as hard as you can with a Tensei orange, like something that stiff, because you're trying to pop the ball out there, gets a little tough. But what I found with this is that like the load on your body just doesn't feel as aggressive. Like it just doesn't hit the same way. And I'm able to still get the same speeds. And you know, I can cruise with this at 127 miles per hour swing speed, but it definitely doesn't feel like it compared to when I use the Tensei. I have to use a lot more effort, and I got to use a lot more of my body to generate that speed. Whereas what I'm learning with this after having it for a couple days is that, like, you know, I'm learning now the mechanics of the shaft and how to really move it. And there's a way you can kind of load it and use it to your advantage. And you see it just pop right off the face. And so last night when I was here at the range, I was able to hit like 6 balls in a row, well over 180 miles per hour ball speed. I peaked at 186 ball speed with flight reduced range balls. Like these things have had the life completely sucked out of them, and I was crushing them. So once you really find the sweet spot on this, it really moves the ball. Now, I understand this is a ton of positivity and a ton of like, yay, but I'm not saying go buy this. There's a couple caveats here, and I'll let you guys navigate that. This is gonna take a couple episodes to really dive deep. I've only had this for a little bit. This is gonna take a lot of further exploration to really understand the true magnitude of what I can push with this. But one of the things I have noticed, and this is a testament to the TXG team, you do need to have this dialed in properly with the swing weight for it to work. And I think that's why Rick Shiels' video didn't go off the way it was supposed to, and he didn't see the results. I'm seeing good results now, but I know, like, I haven't dialed in this setup properly. So this is me doing it and not knowing anything about how to be a custom fitter, how to do swing weights, any of this. You know, I know I've got it sort of light enough to work, but I'm definitely not doing this correctly. So what I need to do next is get this properly dialed in so that the swing weight is either D0 or D1, which is as recommended by the company. I think if you just order this shaft, stick it in your driver with nothing and no adjustments, I don't know if you'll see proper results. It needs to be dialed in, and you need to have somebody help you properly build it. Otherwise, I think you're just gonna light money on fire. Now, luckily, you know, I cheated a little bit. I knew from watching the TXG video that it was gonna work with the Sub-Zero head. So I had a bit of a leg up on that, but I know some people who've gotten it with ping heads, it doesn't work because the ping head's so heavy. So if you don't know how to do the build properly and redistribute the weight so that it gets to that proper swing weight, I think you're gonna struggle, and I don't think that's the move. So if you are inclined to try this out, do it in an environment where you can get help properly building it. And even the guys at Titan were saying, like, you know, there's things we can do to manage this. You can redistribute weight a little better. So that's something I will explore, but so far, so good. So overall, very surprised, pleasantly surprised. I think this technology has the opportunity to really change the game for a couple types of golfers. I think specifically actually for golfers that need speed, this could be a game changer technology. Seeing what it did for Chris, he gained, you know, 7-8 miles per hour, just like this with the shaft. And I think for a lot of golfers, especially, you know, if you're an older golfer who's, as you're aging, you're gonna lose speed, having a piece of tech like this that could help just give you a little extra juice is awesome. Now, if you're somebody that already has speed and wants to use this, I don't know if the benefits are as drastic, because, you know, I can swing it at 128 with my other shaft, and I will continue to investigate if, you know, is it worth this much money for this shaft, or, you know, can I just continue working out, build up my speed, and I'm going to be able to hit it just as far and with just the same dispersion. So that's a test I'm going to further evaluate. But all signs point to positivity, and that's really cool because it's just a cool piece of tech. I'm excited to have my hands on it. I'm excited to keep trying it. I'm gonna make a ton of AutoFlex content as a result, and we'll keep testing it out in all the various ways. Let me know in the comments below if there's anything in particular you wanna know or you want me to show you on the channel about the shaft. There is a course vlog coming tomorrow, which I think you guys will get a kick out of. And yeah, I'm just so excited to have this in the bag and to keep swinging with it. So stay tuned for more. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. To all you that haven't seen my channel before, I am on a crazy golf journey for 2021, trying to get to a +6 handicap. So make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can join me on this golf journey. And I will catch you on the next one. Peace.